What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360, back with another live recording for y'all on this Sunday, week 15, as we head into Cleveland for a very important game. The Bears at the Browns, with a lot on the line as we fight for our playoff lives, if you will. Very slim chance that the Bears sneak in there, but still, Chicago Bears fans worldwide are excited about this opportunity, another opportunity for Justin Fields to make another step forward in cementing himself as the quarterback of the future or not. You know what I'm saying? It's all on the table. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we're going to talk about that and so much more. Listen, on today's show, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Get your coffee, get warmed up. I know you got your pregame shows on, but come hang out with your boy Coach T. And as your boy Coach Boone says, listen, we
will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection. Let's go to work.
Let's go to work. Let's go.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I fill my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
Just like that, we're back. Listen, as you come back in with me, do me a favor, man. Join the show, bro. Lock in. You know what I'm saying? You see down there, you see the little scribe, the little scroll down there. Like, subscribe. If you joining the show for the very first time, subscribe to the channel, man. We love to have you. Love to have you be part of what we call and who we call the Field Soldiers, man. Shout out to the Field Soldiers. Man, and until our quarterback, until QB1 is relieved of his duties, we're going to ride with QB1. So we're going to call him the Field Soldiers. So shout out to the Field Soldiers, all of you all that's hanging out, that subscribe to the channel. That's you over 20, let's call it 22. I don't know what the number is no more. I'm not keeping track. But listen, we're going to ride with you, and we're going to call them the Field Soldiers until something changed. Speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who QB1 is. That's so, you know what I'm saying? That's all right. He's QB1. Guess what?
Look at the screen.
We're going to stick beside him.
That's mine.
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm going to stick beside him.
We're going to stick beside him. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're going to stick beside him. We're going to definitely rock with him today. Definitely no talk of, you know what I'm saying, Caleb Williams and all. Not today. If you talking Caleb Williams today, then you definitely not a Bears fan. We're just going to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's game day. It's not the day to squabble amongst fans. Bears fans are not the day to debate, you know, the future and all this other. We have today. We have right now. The opportunity we have is right now. And that's to go into Cleveland against the Browns and Myles Garrett and that Cleveland Browns defense and get the job done. So if you're talking about the draft and Caleb Williams today, you're part of the problem. That's right. I'm going to say it right here on the show. If you're talking about it on game day, you're part of the problem. Because guess what? We're going to
Look at
stick
the
beside
screen.
them. We're going to stick beside them.
That's mine.
Why
And
this
I'm
graphic
gonna
won't
stick
work for me?
beside 'em.
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
We gonna get this right. Because today is not the day, people. Today is not the day. We gotta ride for our guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get an image to work. It's not that hard. I'm telling you, I refuse to be defeated today. And the Bears have to be the same. The Chicago Bears have to be like me today because this graphic won't work. And I refuse to let it interrupt the show. So guess what? You got to make some things happen. You got to adapt and overcome, as we say in my beloved Marine Corps. And my beloved Marine Corps, you have to adapt and overcome. And when the graphic don't work, what do? You
look at the screen.
That's mine. And
And
I'm gonna stick beside him.
that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Go Bears today, and we gonna stick beside them. At the end of the day, we gonna stick beside them. I don't know what's going on with my comment section. I see 8 of y'all viewing it, but I don't see 8 of y'all comment. But shout out to my guy Rock Davis. Yo, Coops T, I'm with you. I'm with you too, Rock. We're Bears fans at the end of the day. We're Bears today, and we got to stick beside our guy. We got to cheer and root for our guy, my guy Bears Media Code. You out there. You know the vibes, right? We got to ride for our guy today. Where goes one? I see you. We got to ride for our guy today. Phil Davis. Epic showdown. I agree with you. Right. We got to ride for our guy today. There's no room for divisiveness and division on today. We need all hands on deck. So if you tweeting still, and I know who you are, I could call you out by name. I'm on Twitter. But I ain't going to do that to you today. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Not today. Anyway, so a lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I got something queued up for you because we remember. I know there's Cleveland fans out there that's probably going to watch this, maybe on the playback. I don't know. They might catch it on their early morning show. But don't get it twisted. We remember. We remember how it went down. We remember. And we're not going to forget. Let's if we have to go through this real quick, a lesson in history. Let's see how. I've seen enough. Hopefully y'all seen enough. But we remember. Hopefully y'all seen enough. I seen enough. We all remember. It's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, under the Nagy regime, Justin Fields gets his first official start. For all the haters out there, his first official start, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL, and Myles Garrett sets an NFL record with, I believe it was 6, 7, or 8, or 9 sacks or something like that. But it doesn't matter. It was 2 seasons ago, and just his first start, totally different offensive line. But not today, Garrett. Not today, my boy, because we got something for you. We got something for you. You know what I'm saying? I want it, you know what I'm saying? It's revenge. Like James Brown said, it's the big payback. It's the big payback. I know Bears fans, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? This was the detractors are going to point out the fact that, yeah, we got the most sacks. Like he was back there blocking for himself and throwing to himself and all that. Even though you see in the highlight reel, he made plays, even though that was an awful day. It was first start. It was a terrible day. but still made some plays if you look at the highlight reel. But the detractor's going to mention it. They're going to talk about it as if he gave away all them sacks themselves by holding on to the ball. You know, it really didn't go down that way. You know who was calling the plays during that time. Mr. Matthew Nagy, who wants to go with 5-man protection the whole game versus that defensive line at the time that had both Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney on it. But I'm going to block the whole game 5-man protection and get my new rookie quarterback killed. Totally different ball game today. Now, I will say this. We do have to wonder how Luke Getsy is going to come into this game plan today. Now, but I will say this. I know for a fact. Let me do a little Denzel impression right here. I guarantee you that Luke Getsy will not block this game. Primarily he won't use 5-man protection the majority of this game. I know for a fact that will not be the case. And I know for the fact that is absolutely what Matt Nagy did. I guarantee it, as my guy Denzel says, right? What up, Black Diamond? I see you in the house. What up, Chicago Sports Talk? I saw that. I'm not gonna give a whole lot of credence to that. If you're a ghost, be a ghost. Ghosts are supposed to be silent. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyway, but he did give him the smoke though. Anyway, it's all good over here. Chicago Bears 360 Coach T, because guess what? It's good vibes. It's game day. And back to what I was saying. We know that Luke Getsy will not try to block 5-man protection versus this defensive line the majority of the game. And that's the big difference. That's one of the major differences, right? The major difference is that schematically, and I hate to say it this way, but schematically and talent-wise, we're totally different. We're totally different. Got big Darnell Wright on the right side over there holding things down. The rookie is having a pretty good, outstanding rookie campaign. He's giving up some plays in big moments, right? But he's having a great first season. Now you think about Braxton Jones over the other side, who's having a pretty good season. Has he solved all his issues related to the bull rush? No. I'm not going to even front on that. I saw some tape versus the Detroit Lions where, you know what I'm saying, some people buried their head in his chest and drove him back. But that was the only time that throughout the season where I've seen that. We played a lot of games. Braxton missed a few, but there's been plenty of opportunities for us to see whether he totally wet the bed in his pass protection throughout the season. And that hasn't happened. And so I would give him a thumbs up so far this season. Now I'm going to do an offensive line breakdown for the guys that's, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's coming up through the draft, first round of the draft. But we're not talking about that today. I know that I get the feeling about, I have a feeling about the level of talent between what we have right now at the left tackle and versus what's coming. I'm gonna break that down once the season ends. But I believe today Braxton Jones is up for the challenge. Now, the difference again schematically is I know that Luke Getsy is going to allow us to go 6-man or 7-man protection. So a key to the game today is, you know what I'm saying, Lucas Patrick and Justin Fields are going to have to be on the same sheet of music as far as the protection calls and making sure we're sliding the protections to the correct spots, right? Sliding protections to the correct spots. And our backs are going to have to be, you know what I'm saying, on point when it comes to protecting and their blocking, their pass blocking when Cleveland decides to send pressure or on their chips or otherwise. Also, our tight ends, if you're helping protection, they're going to have to be on point. Cole, right? Mercedes Lewis, right? I don't think Robert Tonyan gets himself involved in the pass pro that much. But if you're in there, you're going to have to block, Robert, right? Big Tonyan. You have to do your thing. And I think that's the key to the game for us offensively today. Luke Getsy has to make sure that we have everything blocked up when we're going to pass pro. 6 and 7 man protection primarily. This is why I've been saying throughout the season, we should be going heavy 12, 13, 21, 22 personnel. It's our style of play. And being in that personnel grouping allows you to play that way. Being in that personnel grouping, 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 running back, allows you to easily go to 7-man protection, still have a tight end in there. You can run the ball, you can pass out of that set, and you can still get busy. You can still do all you can do. Like we did versus Detroit. Shout out to Luke Getsy. I gave him his props. Had a pretty good game call versus Detroit, primarily out of 12 personnel. Unlike the Minnesota game, where it was heavy 11 personnel, right? Minnesota game was heavy 11 personnel. But when you go 12 plus 13, 21, 22, 12, 13, 21, 22, make me a rap song out of that. When you go with that, then we'll be okay. And I feel like I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping Luke has that mentality. If he has the mentality, he wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You have a bad breakfast this week, and he comes out and decides, hey, I'm going to try to throw this thing all over the yard. Then it's going to be a problem. It's cold, Luke. It's cold in Cleveland today. We don't need to try to throw the ball over the yard. Let's go power. Let's go big boy football. Let's go bully football. Let's run at them. Let's go play action at them. 12, 13, 21, 22 personnel, and let's get after their ass. At the end of the day, that's what it is. It's football. We're not trying to be cute. This is Chicago. We're not trying to be cute. We're going after them. We're stepping up to the line of scrimmage. We're pointing down to the hole we're running through. We're telling them where we're coming. Maybe not. And we're going to run the ball, Luke. Here's the other thing. Luke cannot afford to give up on the run if he has maybe 1 or 2 unsuccessful runs early. He cannot give up on his run game plan if he has some unsuccessful plays early. Be consistent in running the ball. You have to run it about 30 times this game and stick with it. Stick with it regardless of what happens. Stick with it. Run it off tackle. Run it off tackle. Get your jet sweeps. LA was very successful against this Cleveland Browns defense, running it off tackle and running toss sweeps. A lot of toss sweeps, jet sweeps, whatever you got to do. Just don't run that quarterback sweep. I don't like that. Don't run that quarterback sweep. I don't like that play. Let your running backs or your wide receivers carry the ball. We got a touchdown doing it last week. Imagine that. Scored a touchdown on a wide receiver kind of sweep, jet sweep last week. It was a little trick play, but it was still the same pin pull concept. Why not? You know what I'm saying? That's how you attack this team. This defensive secondary, the Cleveland Browns, gives up big plays in the pass games. Just make sure it's blocked up. Leave a tight end back. Leave a running back in. 7-man protection. Start with 7-man. Then you work your way back to 6-man and see if you can get away with 5-man on quick pass sets, quick plays. But make sure you have your personnel right, Luke. If you go with 5-man protection and you're going to go quick passing game, please make sure you have the personnel that's equipped to defeat the defense in a 5-man protection set. Make sure you have the right personnel out there. And for God's sakes, please don't go empty versus this team. That's a wasted play. That's wasted plays. Don't go empty versus this team, especially with Corey Blasingame out there versus a cornerback. Nobody's scared of that. Nobody's thinking Corey Blasingame is going to run past anybody. Nobody thinks that. Justin said it himself.
Jim, what do you remember about the very first play of that game where I think you were empty?
Yeah, cover zero. I was about to throw to KB, but I felt like the corner wasn't threatened by, KB's speed. Every time you put a running back, fullback, or a tight end out at number one over a corner, he's not gonna think you're going deep on him. So I just felt him sitting on the route, so I didn't want to, potentially throw a pick on the first play of the game. But learning from that, I just gotta sail it over his head and move on to 2nd and 10. So
I'm keeping receipts. Justin said it himself. Don't go empty, Luke, and put KB out there in the empty formation because nobody thinks KB is running past him on a 9 route or a go route or whatever y'all call it. I call it a 9 route. Nobody thinks Corey Blasingame is going to blow past a cornerback. So what the cornerback is going to do is sit on the route and try to pick it off. So no need to line up in that crap. If you're going to line up in it, then you put all your speedsters out there and Cole Kmet. I'll give Cole Kmet some smoke. I'll give him some credit because he can at least go over the top of a corner and mouse him, but leave all your speedsters out there. Go with Vela, Scott, DJ. Go with speedy wide receivers or tall wide receivers that they at least have to honor the speed or honor the 9 route if you're going to go with that formation. Don't do it. Justin just said why he didn't throw the ball the first game versus Minnesota when everybody wanted to say, oh, he holds the ball too long. He didn't have to take the sack. He just explained to y'all, which I explained to y'all before he even made that statement. When people asked me about it, I explained it to y'all way before he made the statement. Oh, you just making excuses for him, coach. No, I know ball. It makes absolutely no sense. If I line up in front of NFL cornerback right now at almost 49 years old, he's not worried about me getting nothing off versus him. Let alone if you line up a fullback. Hell, you line me up, I'm gonna pull a hamstring trying to get a 9 route. I'm just going to be honest with you. Nobody's worried about that. You guys got to picture the game. It's not that hard. It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times with defense, it's a process of elimination. Hey, I'm the cornerback. What do I think he's going to try to do? He's a fullback. He can't blow past me. But these are professionals out here, man. This ain't backyard parking lot football. These are professionals. They know, hey, he's not going to blow past me. He's not going to get off an in-breaking route versus it. Man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ignore this fullback standing in front of me, and I'm going to help my homeboy over standing next to him. I help my homeboy out standing next to me that's lined up against DJ Moore. So I don't even have to worry about Corey Blasingame. I'm going to jump DJ's route. So he has him over top. I'll jump it underneath. We'll intercept it, and we'll run it back to the house. That's professional football. They probably ignore Corey Blasingame when they put him out there. Ignore him altogether. And now you get a 2-on-1 situation. You just tell homeboy, hey, you got him over the top. I got him underneath. I'm going to go underneath you over the top, 2-on-1. It's a numbers game. You can't get away with that today, Luke. I know I beat that head dead horse to death. You're not getting away with it today, Luke. It's not happening. So if you're going to go empty, let's see some more different personnel out of empty. Let's see our Blazers. Get Velus out there in Corey's spot. Put Velus out there in Corey's spot. By the way, let's do some more of that jet sweeping stuff. Let's get some more wide receivers carries. Everybody's a running back today. This is one of those games that everybody's a running back. Get Velus some carries. Get DJ some carries out of the jet sweeps. Carries out of. Get Velus out there on that toss sweep. Velus on the toss sweep. Put him in for a toss sweep play. Everybody's a running back today, except a little bit your quarterback. I don't want to see Justin get double-digit carries today. I don't want to see him get double-digit carries today. Give him some zone reads. Let's not run that quarterback sweep thing. Throw that out. Trying to do better with my cussing, y'all. Throw that out. Give them some zone reads and some RPOs. Zone reads, you fake the dive, you read the end. You know what I'm saying? If the end crashes, you keep it. Keep it, get out to the side. Bro, this is the thing too, man. I know y'all better than this in my comment section. But I'm still on Twitter explaining what a zone read is. And I tell the people to come over to the show, man. Come over to the show. I don't want to have to teach via text. You're gonna miss something. I tell people to come over to the show, man. Cause y'all know I'll draw it up for y'all so fast what a zone read is. It's easier for me to draw it up than for me to be trying to text what a zone read is. I'm still over Twitter X explaining what the difference between a zone read and an RPO is. People really believe a RPO is a zone read is the same thing. It is not. I'm tired of explaining what the difference between the zone read and RPO on Twitter X. Come over to the show. That's why we got the show. That's why I got this cool playbook. It's not even, you know what I'm saying? It's not even, what is it? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I can hook you up in a see, because y'all here today, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flex on them. It's not that hard. We can gin it up like nobody's business. Boom. We can do teaching. Y'all know I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid. Afraid, as my grandma said. You know what I'm saying? Grandma Medea, as we call it. She got that southern draw. I'm not afraid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the quarterback sweep today, Luke Getsy. I want to see the zone read play. And I want to see the zone read plays situationally. I want to see it situationally. You got to use the quarterback run smartly, more judiciously. Right? You got to use it more judiciously. Let's go to work. Y'all ready to do this? Let's go to work. Y'all know I don't listen. When it comes to these X's O's, I ain't running from nobody. I want all the smoke. What are we doing? All right, cool. Just like that. Boom. We'll make it happen. Let's go. What is this? I will do it on the show. I'm not doing it on Twitter. I'm gonna give y'all 2 plays. I'm gonna give y'all 3 plays. I'm gonna give y'all both actions off the zone read. I'm gonna give y'all both actions off the zone read, and then I'm gonna give y'all the contingency play, the RPO, and show y'all how it all works together. I didn't intend to do this today, but I'm tired of explaining. I'm going to do this and clip it up so I can share it on X. So I stop having to explain or talk about it over and over again. People, let's go with a trips look. Trips, we're gonna have 2 on, 2 off, 1 on. 2 off. Boom. Justin right here, running back there. Let me move this guy in a little bit. All right, boom. Are we running him towards the trips or after the trips? I'm running him away from the trip. Let me see. I'm gonna have him facing the trips. Yeah. I'm gonna put the running back over here because I want to set up the RPO. So I'm gonna go trips right. Trips right. Let me change this right here. I'm gonna make myself small. Boom. I want to go trips right. There you go. This is what I want to see. Let's get the defense lined up right here. Boom. I might be able to make this easier for us. This would probably be a nickel. I'm not going to change it to a nickel right now. Let me swap these guys. It's probably going to be the free safety come out here. They got to bracket this. Boom. I love trips because it's going to give you a 6-man box, right? They probably won't bracket it that bad like that. Probably be something like this, right? 3 on 3. 1, 2, 3 versus 3, right? They'll slide the safety over here, probably lead the cornerback backside, right? Now, let me do something real fast so I don't have to waste a whole bunch of time drawing this over and again. Boom. Let's go down here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh shoot, it's not working for me. Boom. All right, let's. I'm gonna get y'all straight here in a minute. Work with me for a second. All right, cool. This is what I'm trying to do. So I don't have to draw this 3 times. I don't have to adjust the defense 3 times, right? For these 3 different plays, very different plays, but the same concept, right? So we going out of trips, right? The first play is the zone read. Zone read is like this. Zone read is like this. Boom, boom. We just getting. Let's do the blocking first. When you drafting plays, you always go with the blocking assignment first, right? So we just blocking down. Let me stop that. Straight line. Now, I'm not going to draw a line for everybody. Just understand that all the offensive line is blocking down. Not drawing a line for everybody, right? Let's say this outside linebacker in the 3-4 is here, and this guy is here. This is your read guy. This is your read guy in the zone read. If he drops down, if he goes down, if he crashes down, oh, I got this backwards. If he crashes down, the quarterback keeps. I got this backwards. Let me pull the running back over here. Y'all got it? So here's your zone read play. Everybody's running backs getting the ball inside zone. Boom. Everybody see that. Everybody, running backs get the ball, zone read. The offensive line is blocking down. Blocking down. He's reading, the quarterback is reading this guy. If this backer, outside backer or edge rusher crashes down because of this running back motion, the quarterback keeps it and gets to the outside. It's called zone read. Let me put myself back on the screen for half a second, primarily. It's called zone read because the zone is the inside zone. It's the blocking scheme first. Zone and then read that in. Zone block it, read that in. If the end crashes, when you fake the give, you keep it quarterback and get to the outside. That's why some people call it the read option, which I hate, by the way. But either way, you could call it read option because he does have the option to read the guy and option to give it or keep it. I'm saying I'm not going to get caught up in semantics over it. I just hate this because I always think about blocking first before, you know what I'm saying, we talk about anywhere else. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. All right. Now, that's your zone read. You have either the give. You got the give. How do I make this bold? You either got the give right here to the running back or the keep, right? Now, let me switch this up. Let me switch this formation to doubles so it can make sense for y'all. Doubles is 2x2, right? Now, same play, same action is the RPO. Didn't plan on doing all this today. Boom. Same play, but let me explain. Let me take a step back. Let me explain something before I get to that. I'm going to give y'all the why. Right. Now, here's the thing. Let's go back to this play right here. You got the zone give and you got the keep. What teams do to combat this is instead of them allowing you to get away with the keep, to get away with this right here, what teams do with this, they're either going to bring this backer over here and put him on this guy, or nickel and put him on this guy, or they're going to drop the safety down in the box. They have to account for this quarterback keeping the ball somehow, right? And when they do that, what happens? They leave all this wide open. So say they move the backer. Let's say they went with a backer down here. Say they decided, hey, I'm going to leave the safety up top. I'm gonna adjust this. I'm gonna account for this quarterback keeper with a backer. They leave themselves in single high safety looks. See, they open up the back. They open you up for the pass. So the contingency off of the zone read, right? The contingency off of the zone read is the RPO. So the RPO goes like this real fast. Boom. Same play. You run the zone, run the inside zone here. Boom. But instead of you reading this guy to see if you're going to keep or run, now you're just reading the backer or the safety combo, and then you're going to go with something like this. Real easy. I'm going to go with a 9 route here. I'm going to go with a 9 to clear out, and then I'm going to go with an in-breaking route or a slant. So instead of you reading to keep the ball as the quarterback, instead of you reading to keep, you're reading the throw. So here's the quarterback on the mesh right here. You put the ball in the running back's belly, but you're reading these guys out here. You're reading the backer, the safety, or reading the corner, and to see what they're doing. If they're coming off the play to run, now you hit that 9 route, or you come back and hit the slant. The zone read, RPO, this is the RPO. This is the zone read. Zone read is the keep, give or keep. The RPO is the give or the throw. You have wide receiver routes running at the same time. I can't explain it no better or easier. I can't. What do y'all want from me? Not y'all in the chat, but y'all get it. Anyway, that's what I want to see today. And I want to see that situationally. I don't want to see it on 1st and 10, Luke. I don't want to see it on 1st and 10. Run the ball on 1st and 10 out of 12 personnel. Run it. Get those easy yards. Get 4 and 5 yards and get us in the 3rd and short. Then run the zone read or the RPO. See, if you get us to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, and then you run the zone read or RPO, now the defense has to think. The defensive coordinator can't be thinking about blitzing now and sending a bunch of pressure, because if you're running zone reads and RPOs, he's on the defense. You're attacking him. You're giving them things to think about. You're attacking him. You're the aggressor. If you put that out early and you put it out on 1st down, you don't have anything to go to on 3rd down. So run your ball first, right? Run something. Either run the ball or fake it, go play action, get you 4 or 5 yards on 1st down, come back 2nd down, either run or play action, get you a couple more yards, get you to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, then you run your zone read. Run your RPO. I say if it's like 3rd and 1, run the zone read. If it's like 3rd and 3 or 4, run your RPO. See what I'm saying? Make it a lot easier. Or if you're if you're within 10 yards of the goal line, I run a series of these. In the 10 yard, same game plan. Within the 10 yard, 10 to score, run the ball on 1st down, play action on 2nd down, zone read, RPO. I know I make it sound easy because I'm sitting at home behind a TV screen, but it gives you something else to work with, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a different sequence. Either way, we got to get off. We got to get it off today. Luke, run your stuff. Run the ball. Stick with the run. Play action. Situational quarterback runs. And I like the game plan. Do what you did in Denver. Do what you did in Washington. I mean, not Denver. I like Denver game plan. Denver, Washington, Detroit. The last Detroit, not the first Detroit. The last Detroit. Denver, Washington, Detroit game plan. Similar to that, and I'll live and die with the results. Now, switch to the defensive side of the ball. Coach Eberflus and Phil Snow. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing today? Y'all got Joe Flacco over there. This man was at home with his parents watching football on Sunday 3-4 weeks ago. What are we doing? We disguising coverage. We're doing the same thing we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We're disguising coverages. We're messing with his eyes. We're showing 2 high safety and rotating to 1. We're showing single high safety and rotating to 2. Because what is it doing? It's messing things up. It's messing things up for his eyes. We're showing 2 high safety, cover 2 man in zone. We're rotating to 1 high safety, making it look like we're running cover 3 to take away. We're going from 2 high to 1 high. We're making it look like 2 zone and rolling the cover 3 so we can take out anything from the intermediate short pass, a quick passing game. You know what I'm saying? Make it hard for him. And we're adding to the sauce. We're sending pressure off of both of those looks. We're rotating what we call spinning safeties, right? And we're sending pressure off the edge, cornerback blitzes, safety blitzes, right? That's what's been messing teams up. Why Jared Goff looked like Ray Goff last week. Remember who Ray Goff was? The name just came to me. Where did that come from? All right. That's why he looked like that last week. But before we get to all of that, where we can get to Montez Sweat. DeMarcus Walker, Andrew Billings, Justin Jones, Rasheem Green, Zach Pickens, Gervon Dexter, Dominique Robinson. Y'all got to do y'all job. You got to stop the run. You got to earn the right to rush the passer. You have to stop the run today. Billings and Pickens. Expect them to be big in the run game today. I like Billings. Billings is a dog, man. And we got him for the cheap. We got him for the low. But I also like Zach Pickens versus the run. Y'all wasn't following me. A lot of y'all probably wasn't following me back during the draft, but I actually picked Zach Pickens and Gervon Dexter to come to Chicago simply because of the fact that they can reestablish the line of scrimmage. They can move and hold their ground in the run game. Not because of any fancy pass rules. No, I said I want these guys because we don't even have guys that can basically hold their ground in the run game. We picked them up. And Zach was probably better at the run game than Gervon Dexter was at the time coming out of college. I don't know how it since changed or shifted. That's why I'm calling them out. Zach Pickens, Andrew Billings. We got to stop the run, big dog. We can't let them run the ball. Kareem Hunt cannot have any. We cannot have to play both the run and the pass today. Y'all shut down this run game, then we going to have a great day because we're going to put them in 3rd and long situations, and Coach Fluke's going to put them in the blender. Spinning safeties today. Cover 2 zone, cover 1, cover 3 match, cover 3. It's going to be problems. But we got to shut down the run and make it one-dimensional for them today. And that's what it boils down to. Sweat do his thing, and somebody got to step on the other side because your boy Yannick Ngakoue is out. He's on injury reserve. Somebody. Who is it? DeMarcus Walker. His opportunity, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Dominique Robinson. You should be good and rested, my boy. You should be good and rested. Or do they put Gervon Dexter out there? Right? What's the best pass rush combo we got? Looking at this real fast. What's the best what they call the speed packages in defensive line? What's the best NASCAR package we got? That's what they call it. NASCAR. Montez Sweat. DeMarcus Walker. I think you put Gervon Dexter out there. Gervon Dexter. And it's going to boil down to Jones versus Dominique Robinson. I got to go with Jones initially. So Sweat, Jones, DeMarcus Walker, and Pickens, NASCAR package, y'all got to get after me. 3rd and long, y'all got to get after me. Twist, stunt, next blitz, X blitz, Dex blitz, Dex twist stunts, all that. I said blitz. X, stunt, next, stunt, all that. X stunts. Y'all got to get after it. Earn the right to get to the pass rusher. And then when you have your opportunities, make Joe Flacco play. Hell, hit him. You get one extra step today. You get one extra step today. I'll take a 15-yarder early. Today is one of those games where you tell your defensive line, hey, if it's the first quarter, I'll take a 15-yarder early. We need to send a message. I will take a 15-yard personal foul penalty early. We need to send a message. We need to plant a seed in his mind. He's not going to sit back there and pick us apart and throw the ball all day. I'm taking a 15-yarder early. First quarter, somebody touch him up. And it's cold, somebody touch him up. We'll take the 15-yarder and we'll play ball after that. We need to let them know it's going to be that kind of day. Speaking of Yannick being on the injury report, what's the latest out there? Let's see what they talk about. I hope this is being both it means they're going. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and Toradol that thing up. Go ahead and Toradol that thing up. Tape it up real good. Brace it up real good. And go out there and ball out. That's all it means. You know, they're going to get that Toradol shot. They're going to get that Toradol shot. They're going to tape it, brace it, and get out there and get after it. That's what we're looking at, man. Y'all know what's next, man. We got to get in the comment section. I got to give y'all some love. See what y'all talking about. I hope y'all enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this. I'm hyped for this game, as y'all can tell. I'm a little bit more animated than I normally am because I'm hyped, man.
Did you get like some crazy DMs or what?
Very.
Surprises or no?
You're talking like blue check marks?
Yeah, like
people who be sliding and I'm like, wow, y'all fuck with me like that.
Yeah, rocking out with y'all today, man. Thanks for hearing us. 23 in the chat. 23 in the chat. Listen, if you're watching this on the playback, do me a favor. Run those likes up, man. I'm saying let's get this thing popping, man. My God. Let's see. Where we starting at? Where goes one? I always shouted out Rock Davis, Bears Media Co. Phil Davis. Where goes one in the chat? You know what I'm saying? My guy Phil Davis, Black Diamond, saying what up to Coach. Yeah, we're not giving that clown no attention. Chicago Sports Talk, Michael. I'm not doing that, man. Not today. Not today. Hey, man, we're just giving out. Listen, we're being creative over here. Marifa, what up, my guy? That's what I say. That's what I say, man. My guy Baki, have a consistent run game, neutralize the pass rush. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You get guys got tired legs. Tired legs don't rush. Woo, that's fire. Y'all put that in the chat. Y'all see the swag today, man. I had to break out the vest / you know what I'm saying, undershirt combo with the white classic, old throwback George Halas B on there. You know what I'm saying? That's right, though. You're right, Baki. Have a consistent run game, loose pass rush. No, tired legs can't rush. Tired legs can't rush. What up, my guy, Starkey Love? You changed your name, but he took his government name off here. I remember your government name, though. I ain't gonna call it out because you probably did that for a purpose, though. But I appreciate the love. Starkey Love, you went with Starkey Love. I see you. I see you, big dog. All right. What's up? With the Bears running back, they should be trying to run 30-plus times a game. 2 tight ends protect JF on the ground and ground them in the dirt. Yes, grind them. Put them in the grinder. Put them in the pepper grinder, the salt grinder, whatever grinder we got. Put them in it. Run that rock. That's it. Play action. Rollouts, too. I don't know so much about the rollouts, man. Not a big fan, Starkey Love. Not a big fan of cutting the field in half. I like straight. This is me. I'm not trying to crap on your take, but this is me. This is why. The rollouts cut the field in half. And the rollouts are like a singular play, like the straight up out of gun rollouts on a singular play. They're like a singular play that are not set up. I like the boot action off of inside zone or outside zone. I like the boot action off of our powers and counters, right? Where you get out to the edge. But again, if you do it, y'all remember like Denver, you can't go to it too many times. You know what I'm saying? You probably have one series where you go outside zone, you go boot off of it, you catch them for a big play, and then you mark that off on your call sheet. You like, hey, I did it. I just can't keep going back to the boot off of the play action because eventually somebody's going to do what Denver did. They're going to put a guy out there to spy you. He's going to come off and hit you, potentially fumble the ball, recover it for a score. I just had a flashback moment. I was at that game. Don't go to it too much. And I like the straight up play action. I like the straight up action over the boot. I like to fake it, put it in his belly, and drop straight back off of that action. Then you hit you something. Then you get you some work. Rock Davis, yo, Coach T, can he go empty if he's throwing a quick slant with the right personnel, Rock? But here's the thing. I explained it earlier. With the right personnel, he can go empty if he goes slant, but it has to be the personnel and empty matter the most because you need to frighten the defense. If you got a fullback out there running the slant, nobody cares. If you got a tight end out there running the slant, nobody cares. Nobody's going to be scared of that. It's probably going to get picked off. The personnel matters. You know what I'm saying? Two things you can do off the empty formation that I feel confident in. You can do a combination of go routes and a quick stop route or a quick hitch up, right? But the ball has to be the right personnel first. That's going to scare people with your go route combinations, right? Your go routes have to be legitimate go routes where people can't say, oh, that's Cole Kmet or Corey Blasingame. I'm not even going to honor the go route. I'm just going to sit on it and go help my buddy on this quick hitch, and we're going to try and pick it off, right? So it has to be the right personnel. But my combination is do the go routes with the right personnel and mix and match your hitches. You can probably have some in breaking. Like you said, you can probably have a slant. You can probably run a, God forbid, a screen, or go with the go route. Go with the bomb. How many times have y'all seen us hit the 9 route off the empty formation? Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be in single high safety. So take DJ, take Darnell Mooney, put them on the inside, right? Do your hitches on the outside. Do your hitches with the outside, guys, and just run the 9 route. Hey, Justin Field looks off the safety one way. He decides, hey, pre-play, I'm going to DJ. All right, I'm looking at I'm staring down Mooney, and then come back and go with the 9 route to the other side. I like it that way, but the personnel has to be right. That's the most important thing. It has to be right. Who else we got? Steve-O. What up, my guy? Gotta holler at my boy Steve-O. Jaquan Christopher, of course, all this week will play today. Appreciate that. Yes, he will. Steve-O said, I'm about done explaining his own reason RPO. I took another opportunity today because I wanted to clip that one up. I'm actually going to clip that one up. And now when somebody asks me, instead of me trying to type it via X, then I'm just going to send them the video and be like, get your ass over to the channel next time. If you want to be sitting out here doing these long ass explanations of football concepts, you need to belong to the channel. This is where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't be going hanging out with all the other channels. You know what I'm saying? But you getting the real information from over here. Shout out to the other channels. I appreciate y'all, stuff like that. But at least subscribe to me too if you really getting the info over here. I'm just saying, man. I had a moment. You can give them some love too, but come on, man. All right. Let's see. IGO apologetic. Cincinnati threw 8 screen plays versus Minnesota yesterday. They executed them well for the most part. Yes, he doesn't look so bad now. 8 versus 8 versus 16, 17, it's not the same thing, bro. 8 versus 16 to 17 is not the same thing. That's double the screen passes we ran. But I see what you're saying. They executed them. You like the fact that, you know what I'm saying? You don't like the fact that we come down so hard on Getsy, all that other stuff, but it's not the same, bro. I'm not calling 18, 16, 17, 18 screen passes. You know what I'm saying? 8 is a little better, but also the situation in Cincinnati, you got to think about too. They rolling with a backup, you know what I'm saying? A guy that hadn't been there. So it is what it is. I don't care what you say. I'm not giving him a pass on the 16, 17 passes. You know what I'm saying? Argue with whoever. I'm not giving them a pass on that. Yashua Reigns says Fields has to pay attention to his pocket. This is the type of game where he must step up in the pocket. Okay. Yes, he does, but you can't be having your center getting pushed in your face and step up in the pocket. So, yes, I would agree with you, but then there's our exceptions. You can't have your center be pushed in your lap and step up. You got to have somewhere to step up too. But I get what you're saying. All right. Bears inactives, Jakari Carter, Soil, EQ, Quindell Johnson, Nate Peterman. We ain't missing nothing there. What up, T-Dub? Holla at you. Gotta give him some love. AC Adam, gotta give him some love. Bear Truth 9, definitely gotta give him some love. Derek Carter in the building. Hey, Coach, would you play Billings and Dexter together? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing, man, that we discovered when we did the film breakdown the other day with Baki, right? And I never thought about this before, but this is not Baki, Bearlismo. I never thought about this before, but unless you're going to switch spots on your defensive line, meaning if the offensive shifts motions, right, and the numbers to the formation, they shift strengths to the formation, unless you're going to have your 1 technique and your 3 technique actually get up and switch spots, then you know your guys got to be ambidextrous, right, in terms of whether they play the 1 technique or 3 tech. What we found here with this team with Flus is he doesn't, or the defensive line coach, they don't like the guys to switch. They like them just switch spots and play from where they at. So this defensive line is system. These defensive interior line is system agnostic, bro. They have to be able to play both the 1 and the 3 technique and do it proficiently. That's what we're asking them to do in this scheme. So it doesn't matter what the combo is. Pickens, whether he's in there, he better be able to play the 1 and the 3. Jones, he better be able to play the 1 and the 3, because when you shift the strength of the formation, you have to adjust your defensive line to the strength. I hope that makes sense. You have to adjust your strength to the strength. So, for example, if we're the defense and the strength call is to the left, then the 3 technique would be to the left. If they shift a tight end to the right and we shift the call to the right, we give a roar call, or what did Cam Newton call out the other day? Roscoe, whatever R word, whatever. The 3 technique has to shift to the right, is what I'm saying. So they have to be able to play both, man. And so all these boys got to be able to play. They got to be ambidextrous. They got to be dogs. They got to be able to play the 1 technique, which is both of them. Here's the thing about the 4-3 defense. Both of them are gap concepts anyway. Meaning you only get 1 gap to dominate. You got a gap to dominate. Just dominate your gap. Just penetrate your gap. Control your gap. If it's a zone play, just control your gap and ride your gap all the way to the sideline. If it's a straight up power run play, get penetration, be disruptive, and stop the run. Don't worry about everybody else's gap. Dominate your gap. Let the linebackers field to the other gaps. Let the other defensive edge rushers keep contained. You create a good funnel for everybody, and the play is made. It's when you get out of your gap, as we saw earlier this week versus Detroit, when they did the old tackle over thing, is where you get in trouble, Javon Dexter. I ain't calling out no names. All right, man. Listen. It's been on the show about an hour, man. Hopefully, I got some good info, man. Here it is. Give me y'all's predictions in the chat before we get out of here. I want to hear what y'all saying about this game. Give me your predictions in the chat. By the way, man, what's your boy up here name? OG Apologetics. By the way, see, I need y'all to participate in the show every week. Just don't show up to the show when, you know what I'm saying, when it's convenient. Because guess what? If you were to participate in the show this week, during the week, you'll see that I gave Luke Getsy. It actually broke down the film and gave Luke Getsy his props. You know what I'm saying? During the week. But then y'all come back because you haven't seen the show in a while and you on the old take that I'm off. I'm not saying Luke Getsy is by, Kyle Shanahan by any stretch of the imagination yet. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is Luke Getsy had a pretty good, decent to good game plan versus the Detroit Lions. And again, if you're a follower of the channel, the take is that Luke Getsy has answers. He just doesn't go to them consistently. He doesn't do the simple things right, easy stuff right. Keep it super simple. The KISS principle. He's inconsistent in his personnel groupings, and he'll have a great drive, but he'll throw a knucklehead play call in there, 1 or 2 drives. But again, if you were consistently part of the show, like Luke Getsy would be consistently with his game plan, then you would have the correct take or have the correct perspective of what I'm saying in the show. But if you show up once every blue moon, then you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to be off in La La Land. See what I'm saying? Be as that as may, do what suits you. Playboy, I don't care. Anyway, Scott said he in Decatur. Decatur, where it's greater? Well, he said, where are you? I'm in the bridge, man. You're not far from me. I'm in the bridge. Shout out to Stockbridge, bro. Lost in the state championship game on Tuesday. But their boys will bounce back. Let's go. Give me them predictions. Black Diamond says 30-13 Bears. 30-13 Bears. Hey, Black Diamond, I ain't even going to hold you, bro, because this Cleveland Browns secondary is or can be suspect. They got Denzel Ward, but the guy on the other side is a backup, I believe. Let me see what his name is real fast. I had his name earlier. Yep. I've learned his name earlier in the week, and then I forgot it that fast. The other guy's a backup, and his name is. We got it for you. Hold on a second. Cornerback. Don't shift screens on me. What is the dude's name? Cornerback. Is it Martin Emerson? Martin Emerson, 23. We going after 23. Martin Emerson. And they get mixed up. Their safeties get mixed up in their coverages. Both safeties get a little bit wacky back there. They get mixed up in their coverages. So we can make big plays. And there's plays to be had, big plays to be had. So I don't hate it. AC Adams said 24-13. I'm not mad at it, man. I believe here's gonna be probably. I'll let y'all know at the end. Let y'all get y'all's off first. Tyron Whitfield said, Tyron Whitfield, sorry, T-Dub. He said, Bears 17, Browns 16, Mooney player of the game. Okay. Hey, man, Tyron be having some pretty close on-spot predictions. I think you did one a couple weeks ago that was pretty much spot on. J2K, what up, my guy? Appreciate you hanging out with us. He said, I'm from Decatur, man. I gave you too much, Scott, man. I gave y'all too much. Somebody trying to pull up on me. I'm trying to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all my city. You trying to pull up on me. Just let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a Marine at the end of the day. I'm just sending it out there. Jay Johnson, 35-10 Browns. 35-10 Browns. You gotta be a Browns fan, Jay. You gotta be a Browns fan. 35-10 Browns. Yeah, well, here's the thing, bro. Could I see this game? Could I see Flacco putting up 35 versus the Matt Eberflus defense? Only if they get their running game going. Only if they get their running game going. And we got one of the top rushing defenses in the league. The only way they can put up 35 is on them. They got access both to the run and the pass, and they able to set things up. Now, I will give Kevin Stefanski props. He's probably one of the better offensive coordinator head coaches in the league. And I say offensive coordinator because he's definitely the offensive coordinator of that football team, not necessarily by title, but he coordinates that offense. He's one of the better ones in the league. That's why he's able to get away with it. Joe Flacco playing well after being at home on the couch. You got to be good to be able to make that happen. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying? The offensive coordinator position matters more than apologetics would think it does. It matters. Kevin Stefanski is one of the better ones in the league. But yeah, if they can get the running game going, they become a problem for us. And then it becomes wonky. But this defense has been playing pretty consistent lately, and I say they don't do that. And so I wouldn't give the Browns the access to 35 points. I'm just not. I wouldn't take that bet, and I'm not even a bet man. I wouldn't do it. Derek Carr said, yes, he scares me with his game plan today. I hope he keeps it simple. Yes, me too. That's all it boils down to, man. Jesse messed up where they try to get cute. Absolutely. Matter of fact, last week I told you, if you were part of the show, the driveway he did the little quick pitch out to DJ. And he shout out to him. He admitted it was a bonehead call. He didn't prepare Justin. Apologetics. He said it in the press conference. Apologetics. He said it in the press conference that it was a oops call. And when they asked him the questions, well, why didn't Justin check out of the play? He said he didn't prepare him. And this is the problem we say we have with Luke Getsy. How do you not put in a check for a simple call? We say keep it simple. That is a simple thing. Hey, by the way, when we go 4th and 1, we're going to run this fake push toss play to DJ. Oh, by the way, if we don't get the alignment we're looking for, we're going to check it to a straight up sneak. Because guess what? If they have a corner or a linebacker sitting outside prepared for the quick toss sweep, that means they don't have a body on the inside. So we're going to easily check to the straight up brotherly love or a tush push or whatever you want to call it and just run this straight up sneak. It's an easy thing to do that he did not do it. Now, I'm not going to ride him for it because he admitted to it. But this is what I'm talking about. And then y'all want to get into my comment section and say, Coach T is going crazy or he's going too hard on Luke Getsy. But Luke said it this week that he didn't prepare Justin for a simple concept. And this is what I'm talking about. As an OC, the devil is in the details. It's in the details. You do not put in one play that you do not have a contingency or check off of it. You do not put in a play that you don't have a contingency plan or check off of it. That's why I hate the empty formation with the running backs, the fullbacks, and the tight ends. Why do that? He said, I do it to check and see how they're going to adjust to my 12 personnel, if I put them in an empty formation. Okay, fine, Luke. But if you get what you want in that empty formation with Corey Blasingame and all them out there, if you get what you want and you see they going to reduce personnel, okay, shift to a 21 personnel formation and run the ball. That's all I be saying. Have a contingency play offer a plan, offer your initial plan. It's nothing wrong with having a plan, but like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Okay, you have your plan, but have you thought about what if they don't give you the look that you want? What is your contingency plan? And far too often, this dude does not have a contingency plan. And this is aimed at my detractors because y'all want to cape for Luke Getsy, and the dude has not proven, with the exception of last week's Detroit game, Washington and Denver, which I've given him credit for, he's not proven that he can do it with consistency. That's because y'all want to hate on Justin Fields so bad and want to cape for Luke Getsy so bad because y'all want Justin gone. That's just say it what it is. Just say, I can come on the show and be like, all right, I support Justin Fields, but because I have access to the film, I know what I'm looking at. I know the reason why I believe what I believe. Y'all just hating to just be hating. That's what I'm saying. Sorry about that rant right there. I did pretty good, though. I didn't curse. All right, man, we sweeping through this. King Buka World, 24-14. I saw that before. 24. That's the second time I saw that one. I might go with y'all score. 24. AC Adams said 24-13. King said 24-13. Browns come in still underestimating the Bears. And next thing you know, boom, we got them. Matt Emerson, J2K helped me out. Yeah, the other quarterback. Let's pick on Matt Martin Emerson today. Let's pick on him. Let's get some big plays versus him. Steve-O saying 21-17, 24-23 Bears. Scott says, Scott, I thought you just predicted against us. Did you change your pick, man? Oh, he said, Scott, my bad, Scott. I don't want to put that on you. You were saying you know where I'm from. Yeah. There's a few of us in the area, Scott, by the way. Shout out Dan, Big Dan from 3 Point Stand, Three Kings podcast is out here too. I know what he said. Yo, coach, I say 26-14 Bears. Justin Fields, 225, 2 TDs, and 1 ran TD. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the stat line. I'm going to have y'all predict. Go ahead and put the stat line in here while I get through these comments. Justin Fields stat line since Rock Davis started the conversation. Justin Fields with 225, 2 TDs, 1 ran TD. I like the stat line. I'm going to say anywhere between 225 to 250. 2 TDs. I like 2 TDs. 1 on the ground. I should say 1 and 1. 1 thrown, 1 ran. But I'm going to go with Rock here. I'm going to say 2 TDs, 2 TDs through the air, 1 on the ground. Somewhere. Yeah, I like the take, Rock. I like it. I'm going to say anywhere from 225 to 250 today. We take a step forward, man. ACM said, definitely a Browns fan. Yeah, they got 2 injured offensive linemen, too. That's right. Brian White say Flacco is due for a bad game. What do you expect? Yeah, it takes him. How long has Flacco been back, guys? Because I want to say this is his 4th or 5th week back. And it takes you about 4 weeks for defenses to figure you out. You know what I'm saying? You think about backups that come in and play. Backups could come in and play, and they'll have like a 3 or 4 game run. And then once the defenses figure you out after like 4 weeks, they get some tape on you, you're pretty much done. I think this is kind of a similar situation. Browns defense has given up a lot of points in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, they got ran through. They got boat raced by the Rams. That's why I showed the Rams tape. Last week during our show. Baki says 28-17 Bears with the dub. Brian says 37-13 Bears. Woo, y'all. Now, if we put up 37, man, if we put up 37, that means Justin went off. And y'all gonna have to be quiet. Either way, we win, people gonna have to be quiet on Justin. Period. If we pull out the win, period. But 35, oh, the conversation over. 28, conversation over. 21, depending on how I go, conversation probably over. But if it's like a 16-17 game, we win, y'all might be able to still talk a little bit. Y'all might be still able to run y'all mouth a little bit. If we barely squeak it out in a low-scoring game, y'all might be able to squeak it out, talk a little bit, because that's probably going to mean we didn't have a whole lot of offense production, and we look clunky, and Luke Getsy probably is trying to run a bunch of 11 personnel crap and 50 million screens and all this other stuff. All right, man. I ain't seen 1-7 in. Squeeze says 17-13, 17-10 Bears. 1-7 says 24-13 Bears. That's the 3rd time I've heard 24-13. So check this out. I'm going with 24-13 Bears. Justin Fields with 225 to 250, 2 tutties. That's the 3rd time I heard 24-13, so I'm going with that score. Hey, AC Adams said, period. Yup, you're going to have to shut up. We put up 30-something on this team. 28 on this team. Now to be quiet. We put up 40 on Washington. That's what I was thinking about yesterday and last night. And the build up into that Washington game was, oh, the defensive line is they were so great and this, that, and the other. But remember that Washington game, we came out, we had heavy 12, 13, 21, 22 personnel. The game plan is why it matters. That's why I ride Luke Getsy, pause, ass the way I do. Pause, triple pause, double pause. That's why I be on them like that. Because I know you can do it, Washington, with all the hype on that defensive line, which we just so happen to got one of those guys now. All the hype. And we came out, hung 40 on them. I'm just saying. Anyway, man, I've been on here about an hour and a half already. Listen, I want to hold y'all up. Get your pregame wings ready. Whatever you got going on, man, get it ready. I got some wings upstairs waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tap into this pregame show. Also, y'all can catch me on the halftime show of the Barroom Network with my boy Danny Simon, Joe Buffon. Halftime show. I'm going to be chiming in. Hopefully, I don't have another bad rant this week. I don't know if y'all saw what happened last week, but I'm going to try and keep it cool today. Because we're going to have a good day. And I'm going to be on the post-game show. Hopefully, again, it's another good post-game show because we won. I'm going to be chilling. Hopefully, I can just come on the back end of the post-game show and say, all the haters just shut up. This is what. Anyway, that's what Hobie's at. He said 180 passing, 1 TD, 60 rushing. Derek Carter, man, what's up with that, bro? He said 180 passing, 1 TD, 60. But I see why you say that. So I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, come on, man. We've been slowly progressing up. 223 last week. It was like 200 the week before, barely. 223. We going for 250 today. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you watch this on the playback, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, hang out with us. It's Coach T, Chicago Bears 362 Coach T. Listen, we have some of the greatest guests on the show, man. Greg Bragg's probably coming back. Next week, man, I got my boy Herb Howard on the show. I know that's one that's locked in. Herb Howard on the show next week. So many more, man. We probably have some repeat guests. Oh, I have like a collaboration group coming on Thursday's show. We ginning up some new shows for the channel or thinking about some ideas, doing some new collaboration or a new show for the channel going into next season. So I'm going to have this group on there, a funny group. They're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? They have various different talking points and debate points, man. They do some of the funniest debate amongst themselves of any group I probably talked to. And it's probably going to be about 5 or 6 of them. They're going to be on the show Thursday. So y'all want to tap in this week, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. Come out, hang out. And y'all know what it is until then, man. Until then, if I don't hear from y'all, talk to y'all. You know, it's always beers up, hearts up, and bear down, bear down, not bear down, bear down. All right, man. We'll talk to y'all soon. Enjoy the game. Go Bears.